My name is Edwin Mims, and this is my testimony. I grew up in a small town about 3,000 people or so. Grew up in a church. We went all the time, like Wednesday, Sunday, sometimes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday. And just even as a kid, I can tell that I was different, you know. I used to always tell my mom, like, look to the sky, like I can see angels, you know, just all stuff like that. And then I got like 9 years old or 10 or so, and my uncle, which he was a pastor, and I remember well, like he had cancer real bad, and he was just sitting in the bed, and I was just sitting there watching him. And then he just looked at me and started pointing and was like, work. It's time to work. And I'm like, okay, it's time to work? I'm 9 years old, 10 years old. Like, what you talking about? You know what I mean? And so some more time that went by, and I'm in high school now, playing sports, really, football, baseball, track, stuff like that, you know. And I was just so focused on sports then, like I wasn't really thinking about the Lord, like I wasn't thinking about Jesus like that, you know, really, stuff like that. And that's when I can really just feel Satan was just out to get me then, like in high school. So now it's my senior year, so it's about time for me to go to college. And it's during track season. My senior year in high school, during track season, and I can just feel myself just start drifting away. You know, I just started doing stuff that I didn't have no business doing, drinking, partying, stuff like that. Then I was sitting there just looking at myself like, what I'm doing? Like, this not me, you know. But still, at that time, I was just trying to fit in, you know. Like, I didn't care about pleasing the Lord and stuff like that. You know, I was just really trying to please my flesh and all that. So I had graduated high school and went to a Navarro Junior College and got there. I was playing football there on a little football scholarship, and I got there. Then it just got worse and worse. You know. I started drinking again, partying, smoking, and I was just in a bad place, you know, bad place physically and mentally, you know. And during this time, like I'm in a long-term relationship, and my girlfriend at the time, she was back in Dangerfield, and I'm in Corsicana, and you know, we just had issues. And like I couldn't really just focus, you know, like how I wanted to. I was just so worried about pleasing people, you know, instead of just living, you know, spiritually and trying to please Jesus. I was really just big on pleasing people at the time. So I was still just in a dark place. Then my 2 years was up in Navarro. Then it was time for me to transfer to Stephen F. And I transferred to Stephen F. Austin, and I had went there to play football. And when I got to Stephen F., it's like my life started to go up a little bit and change a little bit, because like it was a community group and Bible studies and stuff like that. But even then, like I was reading a little bit, but I was still living for me. I was still doing fleshy stuff, and I just living for the world, you know. And I was like, man, I got to figure this out. Like, what is my deal? And anytime I tried to just sit down and just pray and read, I just feel like I was just distanced. Like I was so distant from God, and I feel like, man, do God love me? Like, is it me or what? So the 2 years up at Stephen F. and I done graduated, stuff like that. And I graduated in August, so I couldn't find a coaching job until that following year. So I had to work at Preferred Ranch, and I was working night shift at the time, and at this time I'm still with the same girl. So I like, okay, like I got a job and I got a girlfriend. Like, okay, I think I'm doing pretty good. Then the whole time I was at work at Preferred, it's like I was getting like, what is wrong with me? Like mentally, I was just in a dark place, and I couldn't really just focus on life. Like I couldn't focus on the things that I needed to be doing. I was just focusing on, man, what can I do today to try to make money, or what can I do today to try to live for me. And I was just being deceived by the devil, real bad. So the year is up at Preferred. Then I ended up getting a coaching job in DeKalb. And I'm like, okay, so I'm coaching now. I'm making more money, like I'm good, And I had planned to get married like soon as well. Then I'm like, okay, like, okay, I can see now. God has blessed me, It's like I'm finally doing the right stuff. And then me and my fiance at the time, we ended up breaking up. Then it just, even from there, it just went just downhill for me, like even worse. Like from suicidal thoughts to my body was just getting sick. Like I couldn't sleep at all. It's like I was 24 at the time, or 23, and I had just so much pain off in my body. Like I'll stand up and my legs go numb. I had a real bad back issue. I had a pinched nerve in my back and my neck. I couldn't run. Like I'm like, what is going on? Like I'm 23 years old. Why is my body just breaking down on me, breaking down? So I was just in a bad state of mind. And I used to go talk to my mom about it, because she's my spiritual leader. She's the one that I really count on. And I went and talked to her about it. I'm like, what's the deal? Like I can't figure this out. Like, why is my body doing this to me? So at this time, me and her, like, we going to doctor to doctor. I'm just wasting money. We going to doctor to doctor, trying to figure out what's the deal, And the doctor was telling me I got a pinched nerve. So okay, I'm like, a pinched nerve? How? But at first, like, they were saying, like, it could be lupus or it could be anything, I'm like, lupus? I'm like, what is going on? Then so come to find out, it's a pinched nerve in my back that was causing my leg to go numb, like numb to the point where I was feeling like I was paralyzed. And I'm like, okay, this is scary. Then it was me, my mom, my siblings, and my cousin. We went to a trip to San Antonio, and we were just talking about the Lord, on the trip. And then my mom had told me, she was like, Bimp, the Lord said that He will heal you if you fully commit yourself to Him. And I'm like, okay, fully commit myself. I'm like, okay, so I was committed, but I wasn't really fully committed. So I really just had to think about it. And I'm like, okay, I got you. Okay, well, a few months done passed, and I'm still doing the same stuff, like I'm not fully committed. Like I wasn't really reading, praying, or, nothing like that. I was just focused on me, really, at the time. And then it was last year, around November, December, and I just woke up, and it was like a big fear in me. I'm like, where is this fear coming from? Like, why am I so scared of like everything? It's like a big fear. And it will come from just time to time. And me and my brother, we was down there in the room playing the game, and the fear would just hit me, and like I had to pause the game and go look up to the sky. Like every time this fear hit me, it was like a voice was telling me, look up to the sky. And I look up to the sky, and I'm like, okay, what is going on? Like what's the deal with me? And then it happened either on Christmas night last year, or the night after Christmas or whatever. And I was just sitting outside, and then this fear just hit me again, like super hard. And I looked up to the sky, then it was a voice that just came to my head. Like, I'm talking about like extremely clear. And then the voice was like, if I was to come back right now, would you be ready? And I'm like, who is this talking? I'm like, come back. Would I be ready? And then I started thinking like, man, I'm not, like if I was to die right now, I'm not sure. Like, I don't think my salvation is set. So that's when I just sat down and I was like, man, I got to focus up. I got to do what's right. I got to stop being selfish, and stuff like that. So it hit January of this year, 2020. And I committed myself to Jesus. I was praying, reading faithfully. I was like, okay, I'm committed. And then January 8th of this year, I had just read and prayed, and I had a great prayer. I can just feel Jesus' presence with me. And I'm like, okay. Then I just go to lay down, and when I go to lay down, I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, I can't sleep. Like, I just felt Jesus' spirit presence just tugging on me, and just like rocking me, just like I'm on like a boat or something. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is this that I'm feeling? So I'm panicking. I wake up, then I go up to my mom's room, and I'm like, Mom, I can't sleep. Like, I'm laying down, but I can just feel myself moving like a boat. Like, what is going on, And she was like, do you feel fear? I'm like, no, it's not necessarily fear. It's just like joy, love, and peace. And she was like, okay, I just go back and lay down and just relax. I'm like, okay. So I go back and lay down, and then I'm laying down. Then it's the same thing, like a tugging, like I'm moving, like I'm just sitting on like this big wave. So like I just hopped up again. I said, man, what is going on? I'm terrified. And I just go up to my mom's room again, and she just started to pray for me, And then as she's praying for me, I just felt the Lord's presence as strong as ever. Like I can feel His hand just sitting right on my shoulder. And then as she's praying for me, I just felt this tingle off in my lower back, and the tingle went down from my back all the way down to my legs, and I could just feel the pain in my back just go away. I could feel the pain that was in my legs and my knees just go away, and I'm like, is the Lord is healing me right now? Then as she was praying for me, the Lord was just telling me, I'm healing your body. I'm healing your body. I'm finna use you for kingdom business, kingdom work. And at that time, I'm just in tears, and I'm like, man, God is so good. Like, even when I was out there in the world, like, I wasn't even focusing on Him. Like, I'm trying to please myself. I'm trying to please people. he was still tugging at me. Like, he was still being faithful to me, even when I wasn't being faithful to him. Like, that's how good God is to us. I'm out living the world, worried about me, when he's sitting here telling me, son, come home. So they just really just, at that moment, they just changed my whole life. So ever since January the 8th, I feel like I've been missing out on life. I feel like I just been living, just like this is my dead body. The whole old me is dead. So I feel like I'm just a whole different person now, and he really just gave me peace that I never had before. Like, he done gave me joy that I never had before. And this whole year just been the best year ever. Like, he steady just doing things for me, like got me speaking at places, praying for people, mentoring people, and stuff like that, and it's really just been a blessing, because I can tell God called me to be somebody, and he's calling you to be somebody, but you just got to sit back and just listen to him. All right, don't get caught up in this world. Don't get caught up in everything that's going on in this world. The devil is here to try to trick you, deceive you. And he had me deceived for 24 years. All right, God is calling you right now, just like he called me. And you're not too young, or you're not too old. I don't think your past is too big. Jesus is calling us all right now. And I'm just so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for everybody. And this really just been a blessing, like, I don't even like talking like this, but I just have the mindset of kingdom business, a kingdom mindset, and God was showing me to start this YouTube channel, try to plant seeds in people. And I'm just so thankful that he's using me. And I'm so thankful that he's called me out for this. And I just want to keep everyone encouraged. Keep you all encouraged. If you feel like that you can't do it, you can. Jesus will make a way for you. Like, I don't talk very well, but he's still making a way for me. I'm a shy person, but he's still making a way. So I just really want to encourage every single one of y'all. And he was really just showing me to make this video and make this channel mainly about testimonies. So I will be posting a lot of different testimonies on here. And I'm just so thankful that all of y'all watch this video. Y'all just share it with someone. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. Y'all be safe out there.